Cindy Cummins, and I'm going to guide you through a breath stretch practice. Just make sure that you have clearance with your doctor to do any kind of exercise. Also want to stress the importance of moving through a range of motion that feels comfortable to you. So if I suggest anything that just doesn't feel right, then just kind of limit your range or just don't do it. We're going to start off sitting down. You can do the standing. You can sit in a chair. What we're going to start us off with is just some breath work and just basically checking in with how we're breathing today. So just find a nice, comfortable spot for yourself. Sitting in a chair, on a mat, or standing. I'm not doing it standing because I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. If you want to remain standing, just keep your eyes open. So the option would just be to take your gaze down if you are standing. So let's just begin by lifting through the spine and just relax your shoulders down your back, away from your ears. And just bring your hands to wherever it's comfortable, just to your side. And then let's take our gaze down, but lift the crown of the head up, so don't drop the neck down. And either close your eyes or bring your gaze down, so I just said. And let's bring our breath in through the nose and out the nose. So when you inhale, bring it in through the nose. And when you exhale, release it out. Now, if you can't do that, you can breathe through the mouth. You just start to become aware of your breathing. You're not trying anything, you're just observing right now how the breath feels. Can you actually feel your body expand when you inhale, kind of open up? And can you feel maybe a release when you exhale? If you're breathing through your nose, do you notice that you're breathing more on one side of the nose than the other, and more into one nostril than the other? When you exhale, how does that feel? So the idea of this is just to focus our mind on our breathing, and it calms the mind. And calming the mind calms the body. So let's just take a few more breaths here. Slow, easy breath in and out. And just notice each breath, the inhale and the exhale. Just notice how you're breathing. Whenever you're ready, exhaling, just gently open your eyes. And one thing I do want to say is I cue a lot of breathing in and out, but just breathe. If that breath is not comfortable for you, don't worry about that. Just make sure you feel comfortable, not lightheaded. You're not trying too hard to breathe this way or that way. So we're going to add some movement with the breath work. So just bring yourself up to standing if you're not already up there. And we'll begin with our arms. So we do checking in and noticing. So as you stand, just kind of come back to that calming breath and just notice how the body feels standing. Just take a nice deep breath in and out, calming our body back down. And I like to begin with some arm work just to warm up muscles around the shoulders, the neck. We tend to carry tension there. So inhale, reach your arms up, lengthen that body. Exhale, release all the way down. 2 more times, inhaling, lifting your ribs up, noticing how your shoulder blades move on your back. Exhale, release. And one more, inhale, reach up. They kind of come out like wings. Exhale, release down. We're going to move our arms out in front, and then just see if you notice how the shoulder blades move on your back this way. They kind of tuck under the ribs, maybe lifting the ribs a little more. And then as you exhale, just release them down. Going on your own pace, your own breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release down. One more. How do the shoulders feel? How does your right side feel compared to your left side? And how does that feel, the inhalation breath when you're extended and the exhalation breath when you release? So one more, arms out in front, and then they're going to move to the side. So this is kind of like a chest opener. Notice how your head will want to move up. This probably opens your ribs maybe a little bit more. Shoulder blades come together. And then as you exhale, we're just going to gently bring the arms out in front. Feel your shoulder blades kind of peel around your ribs. Inhale, open. Fill up. Notice that inhalation, that openness. Maybe spread the fingers, reaching back. Exhale. And just soften the knees. Just keep blood pressure low. And we'll do one more. Inhale. Notice your breathing. Notice your shoulders. Exhale. And then just release your arms back down. Take a breath in and out slowly, and just kind of take a moment to notice how you're feeling. So we're going to start to move a side bend to stretch the sides of our bodies. So let's just make sure our stance is nice and strong. So why don't you try to press into your big toe mound and keep that, and then press into the outer edges of your heel, and then just like a diagonal line. And then the pinky toe mound, the inner edge of your heel. So it's like a crisscross. And then you draw those four corners together, or just feel the arches kind of pull in on the feet. And can you notice the muscles that just really engage to help pull and support the hips, instead of the hips just sitting down on the thigh bones? And then can you bring that awareness in through the rest of the body? So just create some length here through the body with ease. So let's bring our right hand on our hip. Make sure our chin's in a little bit. Knees are soft. And then gently, even though we pulled up the muscles, you don't want to lock the knees. So we're going to gently, actually right on your hip, we're going to bend that left elbow and then reach it up. And feel that stretch. Can you feel your shoulder blade lift your ribs away from your hips? And then rotate the palm to the right and take a little side bend. Maybe you allow your hips to sway if that feels okay. Notice how the arches feel. You might be pulling up on your left arch a little bit more. The right arch might be pronating a little bit. So just gently breathe into this. See how it feels to maybe open up a little bit more. Draw that left shoulder blade back. Very gentle. And then exhale, use that whole left side to kind of pull yourself back to midline and release your left arm down, right arm down. And just take a moment here to notice how that felt. And then we'll bring our left hand to our hip, and then that right arm, reach it up. Feel that right side. How's that shoulder feel? Can you feel a nice stretch through the ribs from the bottom of the ribs to the top of your right hip? And then rotate the palms to the left. And this is just for support, but make sure your shoulder's not shredded up in your ear. Relax that down. And then just slowly explore that right side. Maybe the hips shift a little bit. Do you feel that more in one area than you did on the other side? Notice your breathing. Is it increasing? Is it becoming faster? And then gently draw your right shoulder blade back. Opening. Maybe it feels better on this side, maybe it doesn't feel as good. Don't do it if it hurts. And as you exhale, think of using that right side to pull yourself back to midline. Take a moment here and just let your arms relax. And we're going to do a gentle rotation. So I like to just peel my feet off the mat and step a little bit wider than the hips. So when you rotate, like if I'm rotating to the right, let your left hip rotate in. So your heel might come up. Just give you a nice little twist all the way through the spine into the lower back. Notice how your ribs are moving, how your arms are moving. Explore through that. We're going to do 3 times, so 2 more. As slow or as fast as you want. And feel free, if there's a movement that we're doing that feels really good to you, to keep doing that, keep exploring that. You don't have to move on to the next stretch. And we'll release it back to the center, and we'll take it to the hips now. Do a little forward fold. So we're going to gently bend our knees and come into a bent leg forward fold. So take your hands to your thighs and slowly, just gently round down. Let the crown of the head become parallel if that feels comfortable. Now I'm going to come up so you guys can hear me, but just kind of stay in a forward fold with the arms supported. And feel that spine decompress. Take a few breaths here. Notice how your breathing is. When you bring your head below your heart, it increases your blood pressure, so notice that. But you're also bringing some kind of more blood flow to the brain, some more oxygen. And then if the back and everything feels okay, maybe gently bring the hands to the floor. Notice how that feels. And if that feels okay, maybe grab the elbows. And just take a few breaths here. If you want to sway, and just kind of see if one side feels a little bit different than the other, feel free to do that. And move the head to the left and right. Very gentle, very, very gentle. And then we're going to release our hands down and bring them to our thighs and just restack. So tuck your tailbone under. Use your hands for support. Now, if you have something going on in your back, just be very mindful of this restacking. And then slowly add the shoulders. Just a gentle shoulder roll. Notice how that back feels. So engage your nice strong stance, and we're going to go back into a bent-legged forward fold. So very gently, just round down. Notice that there's a difference now coming down into this forward fold from the previous one. And then we're going to do a halfway lift. So you're going to inhale, lengthen your spine, and let's slide our hands to our shins. And just bring them to where they're just going to stop to where your torso is like parallel to the floor. So we're just going to engage a little core work. So just gently press your hands down into your shins, and that draws your shoulder blades down, kind of like a pull up. Head's neutral, chin's always in. We always do this when we forward fold. Bring the chin in, lengthen the back of the neck, and then gently add a little twist. So we're going to bring our right hand to our hip, straighten that right leg. See how that feels. And then maybe twist. Take that left hand to the outside of your right knee or right leg, not knee, maybe your thigh or shin, and just gently, don't pull on the hand, use your muscles to take a little rotation to the right. And then gently release that, bending both knees. We'll switch sides, so keep the spine long. And then left hand to the hip, gently straighten the left knee. And then maybe slowly rotate to the left. Lengthening on your inhale, maybe rotating on the exhale. Pressing into the feet, notice the strength. And gently release, bending both knees. And then we're going to come up with a nice straight spine. So inhale, lengthen, keep the chin in. Reach your arms up however you want. And then just kind of move, stretch it out. So be mindful if you're feeling lightheaded. Just kind of see how the body's feeling, how the breath's feeling. Then when you're ready, we'll go into straight-legged forward fold. So again, 4 corners. Draw up through those muscles, lengthen the whole body, hands on the hips, relax the shoulders, keep the chin in. Inhale, and then as you exhale, tilt the tailbone back. Slowly start to fold forward. When you feel tension, just stop, pause, take a moment, become aware of where you might be tight. Usually this is a hamstring, maybe lower back stretch. You might feel it in your Achilles tendon, your calf, so be mindful. And if you feel like you go further with the breath, if it feels comfortable to you, inhale, think of lengthening that torso, that spine, and exhale, folding a little further down. Forward folds are known to be very relaxing and calming. And then gently, to come out of this, we're going to press evenly into your heels and start to extend all the way up. See if you shift from one hip to the other. So you can just notice your muscles as you come up, how they work. And then reach up. And then exhale, release your arms down to your side. So notice your breathing. Take a moment here, breathe in and out. So just notice how moving the body, stretching, how it feels as your breathing calmed down, slowed down. And then we're just going to gently bring ourselves down to the mat for a nice, easy seated rotation. So just slowly make your way down. And if you can do it without using your hands, maybe try that. But be safe. I'm just encouraging movement, safe movement, exploring. So we're going to bring our feet into butterfly pose. So think of lengthening the spine, and then just very gently sway a little bit side to side. Noticing if one side's a little tighter than the other. And then maybe sway on that left side, kind of eye your right knee, and mentally press it down. So use your muscles, not your hand, but just gently notice that right hip, how that's feeling. Where do you feel that? And then we'll switch over to the left side. Does it feel different? So again, gently press the knee maybe down towards the mat. And then bring it back to the center. So this isn't for everybody because it doesn't feel good on their knees. So pay attention to that. You can always bring something to support the knees if you'd like. But we're going to lengthen through the spine on our inhale, and then our exhale, very gently press both knees towards the floor. You can slide the feet in if you want. If you're not feeling much of a stretch anywhere, then maybe take your chest forward. Kind of tilt your back forward, your torso will lean forward. Notice how that feels again if you want. Sway a little bit side to side. Notice one hip's a little tighter, like in your lower back. And then just gently, even if you don't have any back issues, maybe just release everything. Don't bring any effort to it, and just fold all the way down. As you're breathing, maybe notice where you might feel a stretch here. Maybe in through the neck, through the shoulder blades. And then gently restack all the way up. So we're going to bring that right knee in. And just see if you can lay it down internally on that right side, or on that. And then just a gentle rotation to the left. Notice where you feel that. And And then gently bringing it back to the center, soles of the feet together. Left knee up, gently flex that knee down. Notice the difference in the hips. How's that feel? And then gently take a rotation to the right. So I always say, a lot of times when we hang out, we sink into that rotator cuff. So as you rotate to the right, think of drawing that right shoulder blade down and into your spine. And use your muscles to rotate. Easy, slow. Notice your breathing. Rotations are good, not only for your spine, just to kind of move that synovial fluid around, but also for your digestion. Abdominal cavity kind of gets compressed there a little bit. Maybe not so much in this twist, this more opens the left hip a little bit. But you might feel a little stretch, a little shifting in the lower back. And then we'll bring it back to the center, and then just sit comfortably. We're gonna come down onto our back, but before we do, we do one neck stretch. So again, in that nice, easy, seated position, just start to lengthen out through the spine, lifting the heart center up, drawing our chin in, ears over the shoulder. And with ease, keep the chest lifted, the chin drawn in, and then maybe gently bring the chin down towards your chest. Keep the chest, maybe even think about bringing gently the chest bone up towards the chin. Take a few breaths here. And feel free to explore if you want to do that. That's nice too. And that's just guiding your chin over to the right and then over to the left very slowly. Or just notice that maybe you just really want to stay here. And that feels really good to stretch. We're all going to be so different on how our stretches feel inside our body. And then gently release that. And we're going to come down onto our side and then gently roll over to your back. And just kind of notice how your back feels, how your breathing is. And we'll slowly, one knee at a time, bring them both in. Notice how the lower back might start to flatten down and just pull the knees to the chest. See how that feels. Again, when we change that curve, this curve tends to shoot up a little, or increase your chin. Kind of darts up. Try to keep, again, the back of the neck long. And then just take a little sway. Notice if there's any muscles in your spine that might be tight on one side versus the other. And if there is, maybe just stay there and breathe into it. Again, you can always stay here if this is just really feeling good for you. Or bring your knees or your hands to your knees and then just gently do some circles. So just like circling around that sacrum, your lower back, your tailbone. And then slowly maybe reverse. And then we'll gently place the feet down onto our mats. Again, notice how the lower back feels. Take a moment here. Release everything. And then we're going to go into a little bit of a bridge. So there's a lot of ways to go into this bridge, but we're just going to flatten a little bit of the lower back and point the tailbone up and just start to peel slowly the spine off the mat. And again, make sure the chin's tucked in. And notice how the shoulders feel as your hips extend. can you actually feel that shift? Maybe create some strength and draw the shoulder, bend the elbows, draw the shoulders down into the mat, like your base, you're grounding down, your triceps maybe down into the mat. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Lots of stuff happening everywhere. And again, your heart is above your head, so increase in blood pressure. This is kind of another inversion. And slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. And I know a lot of people love this stretch, so again, feel free to do a few more while you're here. Otherwise, we are going to end with a rotation, lots of rotations, but this one we're just going to tee our arms out to the side. Inhale, and as you exhale, just gently lower our knees to the right. Feel that twist, look to the left. And I always like to use or cue using your core gently as you bring your knees back to center. So lots of muscles attached to the pelvis. So like, see if you can feel that. Gently use those and slowly bring the knees back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently, slowly lower the knees to the left and look to the right. And maybe breathe through your bottom right rib cage. Create some space there. Breathe into that fascia tissue. Making sure your shoulders feel okay. Noticing how that feels on this side. Is it a little different? And then we'll be moving into the favorite part of all. Just calming our breath to end our practice. So again, use your muscles gently. Bring your knees back to center and walk your feet out wide. Let your knees rest together. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, or relax your hands to your side. But we're going to slowly close our eyes. You can also extend your legs straight. So options. And then just start to maybe do a calming breath. Notice your breathing. And then maybe if you can, slow the exhalation down. And so that calms your nervous system down, brings you into your more parasympathetic nervous system, which lowers blood pressure, lowers cortisol levels. And then when you're ready, we'll gently, and again you can stay there, bend your knees, and we'll roll back over onto our side, and then just slowly press your way up to a seated position. And take a moment here before you get up, just to notice how you feel. And focus on breath work, on awareness, just to keep the body calm. And thanks for joining me. You all stay safe and healthy.